Welcome back everybody, it's DestinysJesus here. Today we're going to be breaking down how Kiryache is able to be so successful in W King, and also just how he is so good at box fighting. Without a doubt, Kiryache is the most impressive player I've watched in about the last 6 months in terms of some of the things he's able to do in games. He's been known for just dominating cash cups, he did extremely well in duo FNCS, going the whole way back to trios, he's made finals, done well in squads, and we've been coming into his solo FNCS. He just got 2nd place on day 2 and 3rd overall in week 2 of FNCS. Without further ado, we're going to be getting into this fight with Ice. So look how Kiryache is able to play around this underside of the floor, looking for these angles from below. Again, he does this exact same edit where he's able to right and peek, and it kind of baits out that shot on Ice. Goes to the reset, gets that free damage in, and then the instant reset afterwards. And then see here, he lets the player into his box. The stair placement, I want to tell you to look at this angle here. You see this angle that he does on the ramp? This is kind of what Aqua did a while ago, / made popular. And it's basically a really nice angle because the angle that he puts Ice under, look, he can't even see or can't even get a headshot out, right? So he shoots and completely misses. And then again, look at how he resets this fight. It's the exact same edit where he's standing at the back side of this box, and then Ice is stuck under the stair, can't really get a nice headshot angle, and he's basically just dead at that point. This is quite a short clip, it's going to take me a while to break it down just because of the amount of moves that Kiryache is actually doing. So you can see here he sets up from above, he's not really got that many mats to actually start this fight. And he knows exactly where the player's boxed up, so he comes around from the side. Now from above, he sets up this top right triangle edit to go for the replace. Realizes the other player's going to edit, so he places this wall ahead. Resets this right hand side wall. And then swings to the left, right hand peaks afterwards, and then instant resets, so that's really impressive to begin with. Now he comes around and gets this cone replaced with a shotgun, so attacks is so useful in box fighting. Gets the tack replaced on the floor, and then comes in and goes to the wall replace. He tries swinging right as he goes to this wall replace. Realizes he's actually not got it, and he knows what's the common edit that the other players in the box is going to do. What's the most likely counter edit that they're going to do? It's the top right, like default box fighting edit, right? Kiryache immediately realizes this, runs to the left, jumps in and stares them off. Then this edit here, as soon as the other player shot that shot, he goes for it, unfortunately misses because the other player moved, and then he resets the fight. Honestly, just that sequence is extremely well, it's just he didn't hit the shot at the final end. So now he backs away, resets from below, comes around, and then this is kind of like where he just gets into AR off. He ends up like killing the player with damage, wins that fight. This clip is just a reminder that you don't need to outright W key the whole time to get kills. You can just play a bit more smart with your positioning, slow down a little bit to still get kills. In this next clip, we're going to see a near perfect example of how to play defensively, how to create space for yourself, and also how to get your heals off, which is a huge thing of fights. First thing to note after that beam comes in is he swaps to hard mats, straight away swaps to brick, and then makes space. Look at this building pattern he does. He does this basically his L-shaped right-hand box away from another player. So he has a ramp here that was there, a wall, and then that extra wall, and then that wall off to the side. This also allows him a bit of distance if the other player explodes, so it wouldn't hit him or something like that. Here, swaps, makes an extra box, just playing from the 2-1 as always. And this is where the bait play comes in. You see he baits that big pot off. He knows other players, their body language, how they're acting, right? They just jump straight on, they place that wall, and it's really obvious for Kiryache exactly where the other player is going to set up. Look at his movement here. As soon as he does that top right edit, the other player, he knows he's going to try making a bit of distance, so he steps back and gets a nice free damage tag there. Baits the big pot again, while trying to go for a harpoon, which nearly catches this other player straight off guard. Now he slows down the fight, actually goes for his big pot fully. Slows down the tempo. Hasn't actually got enough damage to commit into this fight just yet, so he's going to play around these angles a little bit more. Again, you see this little right-hand peek on the floor edit he does again. Not able to get a shot off there because other players playing quite well. His angles. Again, still looking for these like long angles. Basically a cross-box peek here where he's able to shoot from this far away box. Try getting a free damage tag in, but it's not able to come through. Again, the timing on this right-hand peak, it's a free shot off there, a little bit of a trade. And this is the benefit of having this 2-1. As soon as that player takes the wall, he just resets that arch edit that he's playing around, makes a little bit of space again, wants to reset the fight on his own terms. Makes even more space, and then now tries going for a little damage tag. Nice attempt on that Ryan peek. He saw what he was trying to do. Gets that timing peek on the floor. And this is a big thing. This whole time, he's been making space and just buying time. What does that allow time for? Look at the map. 2 other players have come in towards the shooting and towards the fighting, which actually benefits Kiryache, right? He's boxed up playing low. He's not open or exposed to any angles. Other player gets third-partied. He comes in and just gets that kill for free. All he did there was just play extremely slow, playing off his right-hand angles and also making space. That build pattern is really crucial, that right-hand L-shape edit that he does to get away. Alright, in this next clip, we're going to see what he does after getting this massive beam on this other player. He basically doesn't actually want to commit onto the guy's wall yet. He doesn't really know what his HP is. Obviously, he hasn't cracked his shield yet. Again, he starts on the top, replaces that cone, gets this wall control in front, and then goes to this top right triangle edit. Again, you see the reset. He's going to reset the fight, wait, go for this top right triangle edit and try to get more damage on. It's a really safe peek where he can't really get traded for a lot since his head's never really showing. Now finally the player reboxes, Kiryache slows down, resets from the side trying to find the other player. Comes around, other player's hiding in a cone, so actually sits in, just waits. He doesn't actually want to like rush this fight or try harpooning where he could get hit. He waits, finally baits out the other player to move with a mini. And this is what the other player hasn't set up properly. They don't have that piece control, they don't have any like the escape options blocked off. So Kiryache is able to freely come over the top, get that shield tag, just edit through the floor and take them out. All he does is just play his fights really meticulous and patient and waits, rather than committing straight into a bad angle for himself. This is quite a short clip, but it's a really good example of how to do the Mongol Classic properly, where you don't actually overcommit into the fight. And here, Kiryache gets quite lucky and actually harpoons this guy, gets him straight down, gets all of these walls, make sure he gets that right hand side wall, and now he sets up the Mongol Classic, the standard edit, and you can see his movement here. He doesn't commit into the actual box, he steps backwards as he's shooting, makes himself harder to hit just by moving backwards and up, also makes his head harder to hit, and he wins the aim duel against the other player. Too many players make the mistake of just committing straight into the box or trying to like have like an aim duel or like stuff each other. He just steps back, makes it harder for other players to actually hit a headshot since his head's moving upwards and at a weird angle, and he wins that fight really cleanly. This is a really short clip with some really solid fundamentals displayed by Kiryache in terms of piece control. Look how he takes this front hand side wall, gets his left wall ahead of this player to block off their escapes, and now he sets up the stare at it. This stare at it means the other player can't even see anything from their perspective on Kiryache. The only thing they can shoot is his feet down bottom left, which isn't really normally where you'd aim your crosshair. So Kiryache able to get this free shield crack, a little bit of damage as they come around the stairs, and then just a good cone here to win the fight on the staircase. I just want to show this clip to show how methodical and slow Kiryache is when approaching a player he knows is actually quite strong at box fighting. You can see he sets up on his like far angle away. It's kind of what Micho does, where he sets up on the cone, and then he sets up this right hand peak, and he's also hugging the left hand side of this wall here. So now when light actually goes to do this edit, Kiryache's hugging this wall, and he can't even get a shot off because of how close he's hugging the wall. Whereas Kiryache would be able to get a shot off in return. Now another bait mini trying to bait out another little peek. Bait mini again, trying to get that replaced. Now here he finally just gets edit down and wins the aim duel. I just wanted to include this clip to show how Kiryache is not nervous at all about getting on a wall late game on a player you know who's low. He sees this player in front of him get beamed for a lot of damage, knows at least below 100 health. He comes in, he doesn't actually want to bait the fact that he's going to go for the wall replace, so he just sprays the wall. From this player's perspective, when he's facing the other way, he just hears his wall getting shot right. He doesn't hear that pickaxe thing, which is really obvious. So Kiryache comes in, gets the wall replace, and look at his movement as he gets the wall replace. He's swinging right the whole time in order to get that shot, and he gets a full free max match refresh just there before the end of the game. In this final clip, we've got Kiryache again playing from the defensive. Look how he's able to get counter damage off from Kaiser as he's pushing him, and also a couple of different ways he's able to make space with low mats. Really nice timing shot. He basically just gets that double edit straight through when Kaiser's just shoulders showing. Again, looking for it there. Off that wall. I realise as Kaiser's playing this exact same safe angle from above. Goes around, goes from the top, misses the shot, and then completely resets. He doesn't actually ever want to continue a fight when he's not really in his favour. Here he loses that centerpiece control, so he just makes space, gets away from Kaiser, and then resets completely. Now that he's fully reset it again, looking for that floor, he was always right and peeking through the floor edits that he does. Resets again, gets to the same level. Just misses on that right and peek. Also note, when he was doing that right and peek, right, he always swings to the left into that little cubby hole corner that he makes to the arch edit, just so he can go for a shot. Now here, Kaiser's taking this wall with a heavy snipe play. He doesn't actually go for like a ramp flip or something to escape out the box. Look at this that he does. He does this edit, jumps up, and then goes for a shot as he's jumping up, which makes it really hard for Kaiser to hit the shot on him. Makes space with his final map. Flips this ramp around, goes underneath it, goes back into his original box. And this is where here, it's just really good crosshair placement. Knows Kaiser's going to insta-edit. And hits him with a 200 pump. That's all for this video. If you learned anything new, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to check out any of my most recent videos, we just did a very similar video on Mitro. Also got a couple different life coaching videos coming out, as well as some more longer video use on hyping players as well.